Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Boom! And welcome to another show of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you all are in the world. Mickey boy, how's it going, brother?
Hello. How are you, Niall? Are you well? He's on the beer. He must be well.
Doing all right. Having a Jeremy Clarkson beer.
Hawkstone Lager. Is that flavoured or just random piss flavoured beer?
No, it's Jeremy Clarkson's, man.
Didn't really answer my question, but fair enough.
It's a lager. It's not flavoured. It's more of a general everyday. I just fancy the beer. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
Oh God, man! What a day! What a day! I've been everywhere today.
Have you?
Well,
your bedroom, your garden, your kitchen. It's a hard life working from home, isn't it?
No, I've been out of the house today. Actually,
oh, you got out to play. Yay!
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've been out of work today. What a nice busy day. But it's all good. It's all good. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right.
I like that. See, that's good.
It's a positivity.
And that's, to be honest, that's all I wanted to start off with. You know, I wanted to ask you who's all right, and
thank you.
Sometimes that's all that's all you need to ask is, are you all right?
Niall,
and
are you okay?
I'm okay today. I'm doing all right.
It's gonna be okay. All right.
Good.
It's gonna be okay.
Which kind of leads me on what I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, with November fast approaching, the nights are drawing closer, the days are shorter, and everything's colder and miserable and wetter. But I think everybody should still be all right. And with November being National Mental Health Month, Men's Mental Health Month.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I just wanted to have a little chat about it, really, and just sort of delve into a few facts and a few words of wisdom, really. I think my first question for you is one. I think that we don't ask each other is how is your mental health?
It's good. Other days it's a bit lower because you think about all the stress in life and stuff that goes on, and yeah, you do get a bit low. But then, see, for me, I do have bad days, and then the next day, something seems to, it just clicks back in place. I think my bad days are just days now. Anyway, they never used to be, but I think, yeah. And then I go to sleep, wake up, it's a new day. I'm not a morning person, so that new day, new me bullshit don't work with me. It doesn't apply to me. It's just I look at each day. What am I doing that day? What's going to happen? What am I doing? And go from there, really.
So, and what would you say that impacts your mental health?
Mainly decisions by others. Stress at work, family, friends, things not going to plan that I've planned because I can't deal with things when they don't happen when they're supposed to. Yeah. So, but that's an issue within myself. Not really.
And how you deal with it is just you write the day off as such.
No, I just go back to the old me where I start drawing in the negativity and it feeds on me, which I used to really be bad at, and I used to not enjoy the negativity, but I just used to, I felt comfort with the bad things in life, the bad things that are happening, and I just used to feed on it, really.
Yeah, because you used to push back a lot, didn't you? You used to, especially as I worked with you, I know that if things weren't happy in your sense or wasn't running how you envision them, you'd just push back, or you would halt and you'd be like, well, that's fine. I'm done then. You know?
Yeah. I've sort of mellowed a bit from situations because I'm not really getting anywhere with it at the moment. So it's pointless pushing back when you're going to have no outcome at the moment. If I can see a way of winning, then I would, but no, not at the moment.
No, which is fine. It's fair enough. Like,
my time will come.
But then that's a
fuck you.
That's an outcome, though, isn't it? That's an outcome of how you're feeling, and sometimes I think you build up, especially when it comes to work, you have this frustration that literally builds up, and then you kind of just, your filter goes, you lose the filter, and the filter's like, yeah, we don't have a filter today, and it just kind of comes out, and that's kind of what lands us into trouble sometimes. But I think that's just classic as blokes, isn't it? Is that I don't know, we just hold, we're like sponges, your sponge becomes heavier with the more you absorb, and
yeah,
that's kind of how we store information and problems, and how we deal with things, I guess, in terms of just filling up on feelings and thoughts. Because the thing is, I'll be like, I've said it time and time again, my thought processes of men's mental health is shut up, put up, move on, end of story.
Yeah.
But it seems that's not the case now. It seems that actually, do you know what? From all men of walks and lives and backgrounds, like, I'm not saying go and buy a hoodie saying boys cry too, because I think that's just fucking a bit too far. But what I'm saying is, like, just talk, man. Even if you've got a pal, because do you know what I mean? You might think that your mate thinks you're a fucking bellend for fucking saying how you feel, or fucking you're having a wank day, but trust me, it's better to release it than make a stupid decision based on your thoughts at that time.
Yeah. Which would definitely change within the next day, probably. Mm-hmm. And you think, why did I do that? That was bad. And now look what I've got to live with.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of brings you on to one of the facts, is that 1 in 3 men commit to obviously think or have feelings or thoughts or even search on suicide. Two men, statistics say that 2 men a minute will kill themselves.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, like we've said before on this podcast, women have issues. They have a paddy about it. They scream, they shout, they blame everybody. They have their girlfriends. They all chat, and then they all cry and eat ice cream. But the men, it's just like, oh, stop whinging. Like, men aren't allowed to do a version of that. And then they think, oh, when they fucking top themselves, they start thinking, oh, maybe we should have spoke to him. Maybe we should have listened. Because women don't kill themselves.
Not like men do.
Not really.
And I think that comes with the problem, is that men and women's depression or men and women's mental health is dealt with the same, and it's not the same. A man doesn't need affection, love, and cuddles and flowers, and my opinion, I think a man needs purpose. I think a man needs sustainability. He needs discipline. He needs to have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. You take a man's livelihood away from him. That's like kind of crack number 1. And then you take his family away from him, then he's done.
Yeah.
Because I think most working men will do anything for their family. You'll fucking walk over hot coals for your kids if you have to.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you take that purpose away. You take away what they're passionate about, what drives them, and that's what affects them. I mean, current climate, for example, how much we earn, how much tax we pay, all depends on fucking hell how much faith that we have in our society today.
None. I have no faith in this country anymore.
Mm-hmm. But then, you're a general working man. You work all month. Yeah. You bring home your pay packet. You see how much tax you pay, and you realise how much money you've got to make yourself stretch that month.
Yeah.
And that affects your mental health. Of course it does.
It does. The only I do have stresses towards the end of the month when it comes to money. It's like, oh, I've got 2 weeks till payday. You know, I need to make this last. Blah blah blah. And you do worry. I do think if I had shitloads in the bank and I still worked as like a backup, I think I would be more happy because I wouldn't have that stress, you know, of worrying about money. Like if all I seem to do is just fill up with petrol, like all the time, and I don't fill it up a lot because they keep prices are up and down all the time, but they are coming back down again at the moment, so that's good. But it's just like it would just be nice for when like my kids ring me and say, "Oh, I'm going to go do this with my mates. I want to do this. Could I borrow some money or have a fiver or something to get some food at college?" And I want to be able to, yeah, no worries, have a tenner, you know.
Every time, yeah, of course.
Instead of worrying, thinking, oh, I hope you don't ask a few more times this month, you know. In the end, I just have to tell them, look, I've got no money till next week, so you know.
And as a dad, that hurts.
It's shameful.
Fucking hurts.
Yeah. I mean, I live with my mum and dad, and I'm still barely reaching the next payday. You know, I don't have a house to pay for. I don't have kids to pay for, like in like a rental sense every month. But you know, price of food is shocking. Petrol, like I say, is up and down, and everything just costs money. Everybody needs money, and they do whatever it takes really to get it sometimes. And that's the struggle, and I think that is a big struggle for people. It's one part of it. Can you provide enough money for your family to live? And that's the stress that men have. You know, women quite openly go and ring their family or their friends, "Oh, can I borrow some money?" But the man, as in the dad or the husband, sometimes doesn't have the shame to do that. You know, they think it's embarrassing. "Oh, I can't do that. I need to." What impression will that give on everybody else? From my point of view, you know, it's not. It is a struggle.
And I think that's where those moods kick in. Like, you know, you feel like you're failing. You feel like I'm not doing enough, or there's not enough opportunity, or I'm doing all the overtime I can and it's still not enough. And when that kicks in and those feelings kick in, you know, on the outside, you can look perfectly fine and you're just having a day. Because the thing is, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what's going on, you still got to get on with the fucking day. Because otherwise you can't afford to be a day behind. And I feel like sometimes the reason why men will commit suicide is because they feel like they're the problem, like they're the cause of the problem, when really, you know, if you just spoke to somebody or talked to somebody, or, do you know what I mean, explained how you're feeling and the thought processes you're having, you know, that one decision that you make impacts your children's lives, your wife, your friends, your family, because they didn't know how much you were struggling. And like I've been seeing a lot of stuff where people have planned their suicide down to a T, like where they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, what they're going to leave. People like paying off their cars and getting rid of all their finances so it's not burdened on their family. And it's like, how far are people going to go, men, women, going to go before they realise that actually taking the help is a very normal thing to do?
Yeah, there is people out there you can talk to. A lot of the obvious ones that they advertise on the TV and that. And I think social media, there's a lot of people doing social media mental health things, groups, phone numbers that other men are in, you know, just to chat. You don't know these people, but quite a few people I know that have set up their own like friends group, as it were, just to talk about shit, really, and to help each other. Because I do think it's not taken seriously by the mainstream media. I don't think it doesn't matter what they say. You know, it's not like the other. What's it called? What them things they do? The campaigns they do,
days.
Like Race for Life is normally a woman thing for the women, for breast cancer mainly and things like that. But yeah, men's mental health, just, snap out of it. And I don't agree with it at all. But I'm a man, so I'm not going to agree.
Yeah, and that's again for me. I'm the classic candidate of get on with it. You'll be fine. I don't talk. I struggle to talk about how I'm feeling. Even financial problems, I won't talk about. If I've got financial worries, I'll still be paying for the rounds.
Your message tells you.
Yeah, or if I've, do you know what I mean? If I'm worrying about something, nobody will know.
No.
In my head, the voice says to me, the worst thing you could ever do is tell people
your weakness.
What's going on? Because I feel like my belief is once you say it, it becomes real and it becomes like people have a hold over you. So they'll be like, oh, he's a bit, he's a bit fucking miserable. You know what I mean? Fucking, or you start talking about how you,
always negative and we don't want him around.
And that's it.
Brings us down.
But that's my thing. I mean, lo and behold, truthful. I'm not that person. I am a fuck it person. That's me through and through. I'm a fuck it. It'll be a laugh. Fuck it. Oh, that shit. That was a stupid decision. And I can't feel guilty. And don't get me wrong. I have days where I'm like, not struggling, but days where I'm thinking, fuck me, am I doing enough? Am I doing things right? It stems, doesn't it? It's one of those things that will stick with you for the rest of your life. And I think as we get older, especially between our age bracket, is between men by the age of 30, between 30 and 47, there's some like 70% more likely to commit suicide.
I've got 3 years left until I'm clear.
You're out of that zone, yeah. And that's the thing, then it comes with all sorts. It comes with, like we said, finance being one, relationship issues, addiction. People will turn to addiction to try and subsidize their mental health. No,
there's nothing that I could be addicted to, I don't think, that would help. Like, I don't really drink, hardly ever. Maybe the odd cider. Drugs doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. So I could be addicted to porn, I suppose.
Could be.
I have a sore arm.
It's a fucking addiction, and it is. Apparently, it's a reality escaper for mental health. Is that people do it because it's virtual reality compared to their existence.
Because it's not real life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I always used to think if I was sad, I'd watch a film or something, because then that takes you out of reality.
Fuck me, you watch a sad film though. Fuck me, you know about it.
Yeah, you hold back the tears. Yeah.
That's the thing. Men don't. I mean, I struggle to cry. Really struggle. I haven't cried in I don't know how long.
I cried yesterday. Fucking hell. I always cry. I'm always tired anyway, so my tear ducts are just fucking ready to go. But I if I'm like alone or something watching a film and it's a sad film, or it's normally like a dad and his son issue. Like either happy or sad. And that sets me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm setting you off from a film, being teary-eyed, and that's fine. That's okay.
When I'm watching a film and I know, and I'm with someone else, and I know that there's a sad bit coming that normally sets me off, I don't watch it. I look at the floor or look at the wall or a picture or something, and like the TV's over here, and I'm just listening, but I'm not looking at it, because if I don't look at it, I'm fine. And then I'm like, oh, hello.
We're past it now. We're good. We're safe.
Yeah,
We're out of the danger zone.
Yeah, not there's anything. I openly admit that I cry for stuff all the time. So it doesn't bother me. I don't want to really show it, but I don't mind admitting it. I'll tell whoever. I don't care. But I'm a fucking crybaby.
Like, it's just it's differences, isn't it? Like, I think the thing is, like I said, the thing for me is that I feel like I'm showing weakness. For me, that as much as I don't feel it, everything about me says you should be the alpha. You should provide. You should.
Yeah.
But I don't, in my persona, in the way I feel, I don't feel like that's who I am. Okay. I feel like I'm just a happy-go-lucky, but everything about me says, fix it, build it, do the heavy stuff, take care of the family, put the money on the table, do all this stuff, all traditional values. You walk on the roadside instead of and all that sort of stuff. And everything about me, my nature does that. Don't cry, don't bitch, don't fucking moan. You fix everybody else's problems, and then we'll deal with yours later. And I think for me, that's what helps me get through, is that if I'm busy doing everybody else's other shit, I ain't got time for my shit. And that gets me through.
I don't want to. Years. I don't want to do other people's shit, so I wouldn't do it. So fuck that. You sort your own shit out. Like, I'm not doing your work for you. So that's where you and me are different.
Yeah.
So now that I need people to be respected. If I respect you, I'll help you. But if I don't, because you're lazy or incompetent or just can't be asked, then there's no fucking way I'm going to help you. Because you need to earn my respect for me to help you 100%, and I'll do that.
To be fair,
you got to get there first.
You've jump started my car a number of times over the years.
Oh yeah, and your old house. Yeah.
I think I called you twice in one day once. I was like, "Can you come back?"
Don't turn the engine off now. Leave it running.
Oh God. But yeah, so I mean, that's the mental health side of it. What do you do? The other side of it is what do you do when you are feeling a bit low? What helps you not? I don't want to say snap out of it, because snap out of it's the wrong thing to say. But what helps you get through that time?
I think, like you say, keeping busy. So if it was me, no partner to be with, so you can forget that. My kids are off doing their own thing because they're old now, or oldish. When I live with mum and dad, I can go speak to them. I spoke to them yesterday actually about my eldest, who's in uni, and he was supposed to be coming back this week to watch a cinema with his friends, but the times that were available clashed with his lectures and that. So he's going to watch it up his end. So I was going to go see him for a coffee or something. But so yeah, it's just, I had a chat with mum and dad about my kids and the fact that they don't need me anymore, just for the exciting things like money and lifts. And
how does that affect you, being
it is
the
sad.
Older dad and accepting that?
It is sad. Obviously, if I had my own house or rented my own house or whatever, and I lived there, then maybe, I wouldn't even say that, maybe my kids would come around more, because my kids always come around and see my mum and dad anyway. So I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the living situation that stops that. I think they're just busy.
It's their time, isn't it?
And that's what my mum and dad said. They said, "Oh, you don't feel needed." And I said, "Yeah." Then a few years later, they come back, like me. But yeah,
they love that though. You realise that, don't you? They love that.
So. I don't like. I spend a lot of time in my room. I see him before work, after work, when I cook dinner and that. Say hello, have a chat now and again.
But to your parents, that will mean everything. that will
Yeah.
mean everything to them
Oh,
because, like you said, you get to a point where your kids will grow, move, fly the nest, and start doing their own thing, and they've rarely got the time because, and it's not through fault of their own; it's through fault of life, you know. But you having that time with them at their later stages of life will mean everything to them because it'll be like, oh my god, it's like winding back the clock. Some stuff might wear thin, if you start leaving the toilet seat up and not flushing it, and then fuck me, they'll be like, get him out.
I had ground rules when I came back.
But good.
Yeah.
But it must have felt nice for them to be laying that out, and I think. But as a dad, for me, that's you're going through the thing that I fear the most is not being needed. You know, my I mean, my daughter's not giving me hugs anymore when I drop her off at the school. She's just gone. She's like, bye, see ya.
Too excited.
So now we've got a handshake. So now we've got like a secret handshake. So she makes the effort to do that. That's sort of getting. I get hugs when she like stubs her toe or something like that. So those things are nice.
You're lucky because she'll be daddy's little girl forever.
I
Probably
hope so.
more than likely,
Like, I just want to be there.
Although when they reach 11 plus, she's gonna wear you very thin.
I know.
There are times when you want to kill them, as I went through.
I don't want to be embarrassing. I don't want to be,
dead.
or
he's back.
Like, I don't want to be like, oh fuck, my fucking dad's here, he's a dickhead. Like, I want to be like, yeah, my dad's cool, he's cool, and I never want to say no, and I know I have to, and I told myself now that you have to teach her about the word no, you have to teach her about money and have to teach her how to earn things. So now she does chores and she does like little tasks for me, and she'll do things like take the washing from the bottom of the stairs to the top and put them on the beds. Simple things like that. And I'm like, okay,
that's good.
So she'll earn little things for that, and she likes that, and she really wants to be helpful because if she knows she can earn money, she'll go, what else do you want me to do? What else? Is there any other jobs?
Yeah.
So I start finding jobs for her to do. So, but those little things are nice, and I just like, to be honest, my family, my unit, the Musketeers, they're what keep me going.
Yeah.
They're my purpose. They're my mental health all in one. Providing, having fun, doing the right. That's why our life is literally about having fun. That's it.
Do you think that family is more precious to a woman than a man, like husband or wife?
I think it's equal, but in different ways. Like, and I'll be honest, if my wife wasn't as strong as she is, and claims that she's not through the roof, will claim that she's not strong, but she's good in it. She's good in a crisis. She's got a plan when I don't even know what day it is. And so some of those things, like, I always think, oh my God, like that typical laying in bed on a Sunday or a Saturday and your wife starts cleaning. I'm the one that starts cleaning, and my wife's the one sat on her phone or sat watching telly. I'm the one that starts cleaning. So those roles are reversed. However, I'll say to her, what's the plan today? What are we doing? And she will have an itinerary booked. And I never knew I needed routine. I never knew I needed it until I had it, because we've had weekends where we've took routine away, and I'm like, I'm lost.
You're anxious. Don't know what's happening.
And like, I had 3 days. My missus married for 3 days. Day 2, I was like, oh, this is shit. I walked to Asda. My missus took the car, so I walked to Asda, did some shopping, walked home, cleaned the house, did the washing, did the garden, and then I watched 4 films back to back, and then I was like, oh my God, this is how this is what loneliness feels like. It's fucking difficult.
Yeah. No purpose.
Like, yeah, that was it for me. And it's not like I didn't have purpose; they had just gone away. It's not like they'd gone. But then it put me in that mindset of, I don't know. It put me in the mindset of blokes that do come home to the missus has walked out and took the kids.
This is what I was asking the question for. I think if a man leaves a woman and a kid, the woman gets on with it. She does her best because she's got a kid, she's got a purpose, a child to look out for. She's got to show strength. Whereas if the woman leaves the bloke, takes the kid, the bloke's got nothing. There's nothing there. Empty house, memories, loneliness. You know, he goes off the rails. He either can't find her or she goes through the courts. You're not allowed to see him. And then progresses to male suicide because that's what they do.
And that, for me, when I see those videos, clips, messages,
Yeah, horrible.
that for me, I can't. I want to say I sympathise, but I'm sure these men don't want your sympathy. They just want their kids. You know,
Yeah,
and
maybe not even the woman anymore, but definitely,
yeah,
definitely
it's
they
horrible.
see their kids. Yeah, I hate shit like that.
I hate it because my situation was my parents split up when I was 2, 3. My mum never stopped, never, you know, I know when people say, like, you know, you don't know what happened at the time, but I knew when I got older that my mum never stopped contact. You know, it was never a courts thing, never went through the courts, never went sideways. It was just, they split up. They were young. They were too young, more than likely, to have children and realise that they wanted to spend the rest of their life together. And
Can I ask a very personal question that I don't actually know the answer to? I mean, maybe Stepper, we can cut this out if you don't want it on there.
Yeah,
But you know, you got 2 brothers, yeah, and a sister. Are they all same dad?
No. So there's me and my oldest, me and Ben.
Yeah.
And then there is my sister and brother. However, we've always been, us 4 have always been together because they're my mum's kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I understood that. It's just
so yeah.
Okay. So your younger brother and sister have the same dad, and you and your older brother have the same dad. Okay. Fair enough. So that was never an issue.
Never, because we are
that's good.
Like, as a family,
machine.
We are a unit in terms of how we've always operated.
Your mum kept everything together.
Yeah, and she never let us know any different. Problem is, like,
respect mum.
My brother and sister's dad had more of an impact on my life because he was there until, I don't know, maybe I was 12, I would say. So probably, you know, he was more in my life, and that was that.
Okay.
And that was for me, like, that helped me grow. It helped me realize what a father figure was and what men do and all that sort of stuff, and what you don't say, what you don't do. And very strict man, but also very cool. And then, like I said, like, you know, through people that I've had in my life, through stepdads and that stuff, always, you know, not always been the greatest, but I've learned something along the way. And my actual dad, like, you know, it's not. They were young, and he had a family of his own, had children of his own. I've got 3 other brothers and sisters that I have contact with, and you know, that's one side of it. But fuck me, I was lost my train of thought. So yeah, so that never, it just, you know, and he never. I seen my dad. You know, I still speak to him like a few times a year.
Oh, that's good.
I haven't seen him in a very, very, very long time, and that plays on my mind. That affects me a bit.
Do you think, I wasn't good enough for him as a son?
No.
No. Okay. Why does it play on you, the fact that you would like to see him because he is your dad?
I think I
Yeah.
would. I think I would because my dad, and we have the relationship's fine. There's no anger there. There's no
So that
animosity.
he can enjoy the things that you have in life, so you can share
Yeah,
things with him.
and that was, to be honest, that's what angers me the most. He's obviously, he knows I'm a dad, and he knows, I've sent him cards with photos on,
Oh, okay.
and part of me is just like, there was an opportunity there for you. There was an opportunity for you to take that interest there, and he's asked about her and stuff, but never any more.
Is that
And
because is that because he's busy with his other family?
no, see, he's not with
Oh, okay.
his ex-wife anymore. They separated a while ago, a long time ago.
Okay. So,
And he lives
be
a
a
very
reason. So, okay.
quiet life now. He does his own thing, has his own house, goes on umpteen holidays a year by himself, and has expensive tastes, and just has his own lavish lifestyle. And I don't blame him for that. Like, I get it
That's a
in a
shame.
way.
Yeah.
Like, I never asked for anything. I don't want anything. It's not like I'm, holding out, that I'm going to be on some will or something. Like, money doesn't do anything for me anymore. Fucking hell. If I had it, I'd spend it, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, but for me, it's just life. Like, I'm probably too happy for my own good in certain aspects.
No, it's
Like,
better to be happy than sad.
I don't hold things. There's certain things that I hold inside me that, that's for me to know. But at the same time, I don't. The thing is, if I let my problems live out my reality, they're going to make my reality shit.
Yeah.
And my reality is everything to me. So I can't let it do that.
No, that's a good way to look at it. You could be very much caught up in issues that do get us down. Mm-hmm. But if you don't let it, then clearly that helps yourself. And it can help other people as well. It just depends how you look at things, how you look at problems and issues. Yeah.
You could say about relationships that, God, man, I was a right sad sack when I was younger from fucking relationships and breakdowns and all that sort of stuff. Fuck me, I was a fucking right little bitch. But at the same time,
I never would have guessed that. You used to come across as if fuck it, on to the next. That was
me though. That was my defense.
Okay.
That was my defense of everything. It was fuck it. It'll be a laugh. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. It's not worth worrying about. Whereas deep down, it more than likely wasn't. It was a problem. It was just a time. I think time's brilliant.
I think you can get over any issue in life, apart from obviously your kids dying or your parents dying. If you're busy, if you have something to do, it's like when people leave partners and they have a new partner. Like, they're probably sad, but the fact that they're busy and they're happy with another partner, that sort of, it's not as bad, if you know what I mean. Like, as long as you've got something to go on to, like a new job, you might be really sad if you lost your job, but if you have a new job to go to,
you'll get over it quicker.
It's fine, and it's really sad. Like, I remember when I was younger, we lost our dog. Our dog had to be put down because it's really ill. It's a corgi, and we cried for like a week, and then the next week we got another dog. Stupidest thing we ever did, but I won't go into that. But it sort of took the pain away because there was a new version of it, if you know what I mean.
Some things aren't replaceable though, are they?
No, they're not. No, you can't obviously replace your kids or your mum and dad and stuff.
And
family.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, there's only certain things a man would do time for, and that's his family, right?
Yeah.
And problem is, most men do time in their own head.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Most men are battling daily to not let, whether they've been, you take a man from his 20s and he becomes a father at the age of 22 and then says to himself, right, you've had your fun now, you've made a decision, you're having a child, and you need to change. You can't party anymore. You can't run out of money. Your priorities need to be different, You can't drive like a dickhead anymore. All these things have to change. And you'll be surprised how many men struggle to change. Like, I remember having friends going up, and their dads were like, I remember going for sleepovers, and their dads were coming from the pub at like 2 a.m. with a kebab. And it was like, and it was normal to them. But for me, it was like, I never grew up around big drinkers. So it was
Not
like,
did I. No.
it was scary for me. It was like, oh my God. Like, and they're like, my dad's always like this. Like, he has 5 beers every night, if he's at home. And some men can't change. And I think that's where they're battling, is the fact that, and I'm not just talking about that scenario, but I'm talking about just men in general, that the reason why we're battling in our own heads is because something's drawing you to say, fuck it, do what you want, spend what you want, fucking enjoy yourself, just don't worry about anyone else. But then your mind says, actually, no, I've got things to prioritise now. I can't just jack in my job because I had a shit day. And
Because I only got bills to pay, got a kid to pay for.
How many people are going to jobs that they fucking hate? They fucking hate. And yet they'll go, and they've stuck it out for another 2 years. Because you can't quit. That's what your mind tells you. You can't quit.
Quitters never win, and winners never quit.
But for me, it's not about winning. It's about just taking the next step. Like, I think that's the biggest problem, especially with what we're talking about, is that people think they have to get from, being at their lowest to being fine, stable, happy, and financially stable within a week.
Yeah.
How about today you felt suicidal? Tomorrow you feel just good enough to get through the day. And the day after that is you feel good enough to get dressed and have a shave and put the bins out. Little things like that.
Small steps, yeah.
Are just,
if you break a situation down into little segments, it's not scary. Get dressed, put your shoes on, put your coat on, go outside the house, get into your car, drive to wherever, get out your car. Instead of saying, I've got to go do this and this is good, this is the end journey, you have to, sometimes that is scary, depending on obviously what it is. But if you break it down to little segments, can you put your shoes on? Yeah, of course I can. Can you go out your front door? Yeah. Can you walk to your car? Yeah. It's just however you need to deal with it. It shouldn't matter how you get there, as long as you can get there.
By just taking those steps, small steps, and
exactly, they don't have to be big, massive steps.
No.
Some people can't deal with it, others can, but.
Yeah, but it's how you're dealing with that day. That's what matters. That's what people don't realize. People think is that we have to compare ourselves to how well another person's doing. You can envision your scenario onto somebody else, and you could watch a video and go, "Oh, they're in the same boat as I am." But yeah, they're only on day 4, and they're back at work, and they're feeling normal, and they feel like everything's okay. Whereas I'm only just getting out of bed. Like, don't compare your circumstances to the next person, because just be happy for that person that they're doing well. Or,
never do that.
You are so bitter.
Why?
Oh, I thought you meant don't be happy for the person.
No. Don't compare yourself, I mean.
No, yeah, don't compare yourself. But just...
yeah.
And that's, I think for any of us, that's the biggest one. Because fundamentally, we are just living beings trying to get through.
Yeah, if you look at life is pretty shit, You wake up. You wake up out the fanny. Yeah. Once you're born, the only certainty is the fact you're going to die. You know, you're on the way to death. As soon as you're born, you're dying. You know, you get shit from every angle in life. You have to work hard, get shit money, you retire, and then you die. You know, that's why you get these extravagant people that don't give a shit, don't get married, don't have kids, and they're fucking millionaires, and they do whatever they want because they don't want to stick to the norm. Well, unfortunately, the norm is what 99% of people are going to have. You know, there's only 1% of people that are going to live the crazy carefree lifestyle forever. You know, and that ain't me.
Problem is, it catches up with you, all of it.
Oh, it does. No, yeah, you get lonely when you're old.
And money does not buy you peace of mind.
No,
you know,
it buys you shit.
Like it, but yeah, it buys you things to pass the time. It buys you things to make yourself feel better for a short period of time.
To fill gaps, yeah.
You have all this money, and yet you're filled with falsified beings around you. And it's just the same as if you play the happy-go-lucky party lad long enough. That's not about money, but it's just you know, I'm 45 and I'm out drinking every Friday. You're going to turn around one day and all those mates that you once went out with are at home with their families, and you're hanging around with people half your age. You'll be like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
Yeah, why is he still with us? Why is he out again? Yeah. They make films about that, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, the sad old 50-year-old hanging around with 20-year-old lads and trying to hook up with chicks. That's not life.
And it's like, he's got no family. He's got nothing. You know, he's partying on a weekend and he's barely getting by. And I seen an advert. Is it the Albion Rovers advert at the Middle Hill, I think it was, where there was two blokes, and it was two like 55-year-old blokes showing up to football each week, and one of them was quiet, tame, and he was just sat there watching the game. And they were season ticket holders that sat next to each other.
Okay.
And the other bloke would come and he'd be screaming, cheering, having a good time, and he'd be like, "How's your week going, mate? You all right? Yeah, you having a good time?" Talking, screaming, shouting. And then one of the games, the quiet bloke shows up, and the other one doesn't, because the other bloke's killed himself. And I think it shows that, like, most people that are battling with things, you more than likely wouldn't know.
You don't see it, yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily see it. You wouldn't see what's going on. You wouldn't see, you know, what's changed for them. But yet, you'll see the outcome at the end.
The pain. It catches up with them.
And the amount of people going, "I didn't even know. I didn't have a clue." Like, it's hard for me to think about, because obviously I just feel like it's hard for me to resonate with people that can get to the point, because my mind doesn't tell me that I could ever feel at that point.
I'd be too scared.
Yeah, I see fear sets in for me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could be there. Have I ever felt low enough to be at a point where I've had thoughts that are not right, not okay, or just downright negative?
Even when I've had dark times, I've not been there. I've never thought about that, because I'm too pussy to fucking kill myself. So
I think the only thing for me is that if I ever become ill later on in life, or any point in life, I wouldn't want to be a burden for somebody. I wouldn't want to be like, oh, fucking, I'm going to deal with him. Like, I don't want to get to an age where I'm fucking, someone's wiping my ass for me. That ain't me.
Oh, no, you said you enjoyed that.
Just fucking, I was after a bad curry, mate. But do you know what? I am sorry for being morbid and fucking talking about this, but I feel like in what we do, in how we talk as friends and fucking have a laugh and fucking talk about random shit enough, I feel that it's just as important that we actually had this discussion as friends and said, we fucking had this discussion.
Help.
You know? Yeah.
One word
Talk
it takes
about it.
people. Help. Help me.
Like,
Can I chat?
because you just never know. You never know what someone's going through. And I'm not
No.
just, I'm not just saying men's mental health. I'm talking about mental health in general. But as we are a Dads Lads podcast, if you're listening to this and you're ever fucking thinking, fuck me, anything they've talked about has resonated with me and how I felt on my circumstances or upbringing or past or present, like me and myself and speak for Mickey, is, mate, would be happy to talk to you if you needed fucking 5 minutes to chat. But I just feel like, it was worth speaking about, and being November and supporting the month.
Yeah.
Speak up is what I'm going to say. Is what I'm going to leave it with today.
It's November next week.
Next week. Anyway, we're ahead of people. All right, listen, we're ahead of the game, as we always are in this podcast world. Right, listen. UK's #1 listened to podcast by dads.
Yeah, the UK's #1 podcast. Yeah, we go all over the place for your enjoyment.
Absolutely.
And where did we go last week, Niall?
We went to
Dr. Frights.
I was doing that for you to introduce it.
It worked. That wasn't planned or anything. That was, as you can see, that was so bad. But yes, Niall finally went. He finally grew some balls and went.
Did it. Fucking did it.
So describe the night, Niall. What was the weather like?
Wet and windy.
Wet and windy. And what was the floor? What was the floor like?
Put it this way: I've now been the shoes that I was wearing.
I'm dry in a fucking shower.
It was fucking sopping, fucking muddy. Every time you stepped in a puddle, mud. My trousers had like splash marks that just did that all the way
up to the thigh.
Mm.
Yeah, Storm Babette got hold of this part of the country. What stupid person named it that? Just call it Storm Brian or something, not some Star Wars character. I mean, come on.
They're running out of names, that's why.
Fucking hell, we've had 5 storms in the last month or so. But yeah, so what did you think about Dr. Frights? Scarier than you thought? Less scary?
It was, again...
Put it into context for people. How did your night go?
Just reverting back to what we were just talking about, again, same with horror for me, is how I mask those symptoms is with humour. I was on top form that night, if Mickey would say so himself.
He was screaming and scaring me sometimes, for fuck's sake.
It was brilliant. I'm going to say this, do you know what? As a little weekday activity to do with your mates, your family, your partner, your kids, it's just something different. It's scary, it's jumpy, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm not going to sleep tonight situation. It's more like you do these mazes and you go around them and they are pretty scary looking, not going to lie, right? And they are pretty jumpy and you can have a good laugh doing it, and then you you meet in the middle, you have a drink, and then you do the other 2 mazes, and again that gets a bit scarier, and there's a few chainsaws in your face and all sorts of stuff. And then at the end you have a burger and that, and it's like, for me it was nice. That's what I'm going to say. It was nice to get out and just do something and just
go nuts.
Be like, oh mate, oh god, yeah. I had 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Did it come out?
It was bad. It was bad. So I had a bacon cheeseburger with loads of onions, and then I had some Biscoff and Nutella donuts afterwards, washed down with a can of Coke or whatever it was, and then 2 o'clock in the morning, my stomach was like a washing machine. But do you know what? I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I want to do more stuff like that. I want to do just little activities now and again. Just get out, do something.
Exactly.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you finally took the plunge and went, because it was a good laugh. We took it deep, yeah, up to our ankles. But yeah, it was a good night. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact you went for the first time and enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. It was good, and it didn't cost the earth, but yeah, it was a nice evening activity. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. Like for me, like I do it with you, I do it with my brother. I go to the cinema a lot, and the thing is, you're sat there with that. You're not really can't talk, can't really have a laugh. You just start watching the movie, and then you kind of get in your car and drive home. So you've just gone to the cinema with somebody.
Yeah.
So you don't really get a chance to fucking sit and have a chat. But it was just funny as well. It was good. I really enjoyed it. And if you got tickets for the next couple of weeks while it's still here, next week.
Next week. 1 week left. Yeah.
Then go and see it.
A week today, and it's over.
I don't think you can get tickets anyway. But I think if there is still some tickets floating around, we can pay on the door or whatever. Go and do it just for a little laugh. It was good.
Yeah, and for the YouTube viewers of this podcast, when this ends in a minute, I will be putting footage of what I recorded throughout the night. It's about 10-15 minutes of footage on the end of this podcast. If you are listening on the podcast platforms like Spotify, etc., then I do apologise, but you probably don't want to listen to that at the end of the podcast. So thank you for listening to this podcast, this section. Head over to our YouTube channel, please, and subscribe to us. And then look for this video. You can skip all the way to the end because obviously you've just listened. Exactly. You've listened to what we've spoken about. Very serious and important subject tonight. But this is a nice way to end it. A light-hearted, enjoyable activity that we did for this seasonal time of the year. So stay tuned for end of credits, deuces and fuck off. As Niall would say. So you know, yeah, it's been a good episode. Oh, we're gonna finish. All right, fair enough.
Take care. We're done.
See you in a bit. See you next week. Halloween. See you Monday. See you Monday. No, I'm trying to fucking promote. See you Monday. Halloween special. Stay tuned. What's gonna happen? Don't know. So, got our tickets. No, I need to piss. What the fuck? It is absolutely fucking chucking it now. There's Mr. Niall.
Alright!
Is he ready? Is he ready?
Fucking piss wet through is what I am.
Scared, Niall? You ready to go? Ready for the green light? There we go, Niall. Here we go. I got that mask. Good.
That was good. Oh my god.
Scary as before? What do you think so far, alright?
I mean, it's not as jump as it could be.
See?
You're doing alright.
Just be careful not to upset Grandpa. Remember, to touch anything, stay together, and keep those hands packed away.
Did I get you again?
Scare me. Follow, yeah.
Hey, you two think you're getting away with it? Happy birthday to Grandpa.
Happy birthday.
Hey, don't be ageist.
Happy
Hope
birthday.
you look that good, huh? He's only been standing there about 2 years.
That's good. What's this, the war one now? We're off the war now. Oh, sorry. Oh, you fuck! Yeah, baby. It's Mallet. Where are we going next, Niall?
We're going to the Devil's Gate Cinema.
Oh, yeah.
Devil's Gate Cinema? Fast track, you know, VIPs,
Hey.
hooked up.
Reactions from blockbuster boogeymen to cult cinema nightmares. Remember to stick to the cinema rules. That means no phones. Keep moving forward and touch nothing. Tonight, don't watch a horror movie. Step inside one.
Get it?
Oh, fuck
Definitely
me!
that one. Look at it, fucking heck. Easy, man. Touching the curves.
Don't look at the curve. Oh, fuck.
I'm ready. Oh, the jet plane! I don't. freak man. Oh, that bitch got skills. She a mother papa. Oh, yeah, mother papa.
What's next? You don't know. Whoa! Bloody Mary's Maze of Mirrors. Oh dear. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's it, just go. One of you do the cha-cha slide, let's go. Come on,
Slide
come
to the left. Slide
on.
to the right.
I know you want to do it. You hear the beat, you want to drop. Let's go.
Right.
Come on. There we go. That's it. Oh, Jesus, man, your breath stinks.
Do it again, I dare you. I double dare you.
Do it again. Do it again. Oh, damn, she real though. This bitch don't look right. This bitch don't look right. Oh, I'm a left. Look at that one.
Whoa. I can't even see you. How does he do that? How does he swim up the door?
I can't even see him, man.
Oh, I'm fucking going off the edge. Like a disco. Oh, it's another one. Da, 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 da. Oh no.
Rewind.
Where did we go?
Clown Fest, baby.
We're going to Clown Fest. What the fuck? I blew my hat off. I blew my fucking hat off. Hello. 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 I blew my hat off.
They're getting lively in the rave tent. Bongos, moondogs are playing. Killer DJ set.
Oh my god. Look at this.
The grooves and trust the skill performed by a ripper in the heavy metal tent set. Rock on!
Oh, main stage.
But don't go and so I'm not far behind. So is racking up some lost skills in the fire. But golly, what a mess you have made. Gerald the cleaner will have his work cut out tonight.
Yeah, done now, Niall.
Hey, I want more!
What was your best one?
Oh, all of it. I can't just pick the fuck.
Got soap.
I'm getting some cinnamon donuts to go home with.
Yeah. I like the clown one.
Awesome. I like, the extra one.
Oh, the chainsaw. Well, the last one.
The last one.
Last one, that was quality, man.
I just want to do it again.
Clown best.
I just want to go again.
Yeah. Niall's first time. Is he coming back next year?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
It's not as scary as you thought.
If they can make it scary, it'd be better. I want someone to chase you, like literally push you over.
I can't do
You
that.
know what I mean?
No, trick me going to get the donuts. Nutella.
The Dads, Lads and Kebabs podcast is available to listen and download on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean and all other podcast platforms.